Here with that story, I recommend Googling it and reading it, since that is what this reading is inspired by. Anyways, I'm only going to use major arcana cards. I'm going to look at, several different sectors of your life. All the tarot cards that I am using are listed, or all the tarot decks I'm using are listed in the description box below. So, Taurus, what this is telling you here is, here's the Fool getting ready to start his journey, okay? Your soul coming into your life, the life you're living now, all the time in the world, hourglass is full. All the experiences you shall have in this life coming out of the magic box, and we've put our mask on, we have our costume on for our role for this lifetime. And then here is where things are completed, where now, our time has run out. We have completed our lessons and experiences. We've removed our mask. We're shedding our costume as, we ascend back into the non-physical. So, Taurus, this tarot reading is all about you and your journey between here and here, okay? Again, I highly recommend looking up the Fool's Journey through the Major Arcana if you are not familiar with that story. So, I'm going to pull some cards to look at the overall main energies that, highlight your life experience this lifetime. And any repeating major arcanas, I highly recommend you also Google the meaning of those and look at several different interpretations, because those are really strong major arcana energies playing out in your life this lifetime. And this is a general reading, so you'll only get so much out of it, but if you do some research on the repeating major arcana, it will make this reading even more personal for you and give you even more personal clarity and insight. So, Taurus, let's see what overall energies you have to work with this lifetime. Nice, you have the Star. So this here tells me a couple different things. You guys are just going to naturally be lucky, even if you don't think you are. Luck is on your side. Also, your energy is very healing to others. Some of you may feel like your life is truly out of your hands. It's like you just have this destiny to follow. Others of you, this is like being famous, and it doesn't have to be like you are a total pop star like Taylor Swift or something. Okay, this could be where you're very popular amongst a group where you are well versed in whatever it is. So like YouTube, you could have a YouTube channel and maybe you're very popular and famous among the YouTube community, or you start out on YouTube, get famous there, and then you become famous everywhere else. Others, this could be like where you're a preacher of a congregation of like 1,000 people. Again, it's you are in the limelight, you are in the spotlight somehow, some way. It could be a big way, it could be a small way. Different for everybody, as this is general, but it's a pretty great card to come out. Nice, and now we have abundance. And crazy, like this is kind of, I believe what happened with Aquarius. They had the Star and they had the abundance card. So wow. This here is saying, Taurus, that you are meant to have abundance in every way, on every level. So for some of you, this could be where, you have a lot of material resources. Others of you, this is like an abundance of friends, an abundance of family, an abundance of love, just an abundance of everything. So whatever's in your life, it's an abundance of it. So sometimes, when it rains, it pours, it goes that way too, where it's like when the hard times come around, it's just a doozy. But, the good times are pretty amazing too. It's abundance in everything. Also, you could be very creative, Taurus, very creative. And then we have karma. Yeah. So a lot of what plays out in this lifetime, Taurus, has a lot to do with your past life. And this does not have to indicate a negative energy whatsoever. This is just saying, like, the lessons you were working on, they're still very much a part of this life. Like, you're kind of in the middle of that cycle, or, you know, you wanted to replay it again this lifetime. Many of your relationships, I'm going to say all, are very karmic, okay? Romance, family, friendships. You're working on something that comes from past life very strongly. We all are to some degree, to some extent, but this is like the whole thing about this life for you. So it's like a balance of energy, and your first two cards are so lovely. So, you know, for many of you, this is definitely about like a prosperity that is owed to you, material comfort, happiness. So let's pull more cards to see. So let's start with your finance and career sector and see what, you know, overlying energies are there. So we have justice, which, with karma there, yeah, whatever your career is this life, you definitely have been it before, okay? You are working on energy from the past big time, and I feel like it's more like you're going for an achievement of something, a mastery, more than like you have bad crap returning to you, okay? Like, I really feel like it's you're achieving a mastery. Also with this, some of you could be employed in the legal system somehow, some way. A police officer, a social worker, a judge, a lawyer, you know, a county clerk. There's just endless jobs. But some of you could definitely be, you know, in that field. But again, I feel like you're achieving a mastery in the genre that is your career this lifetime. You've done it before. Yeah, look at that. The Emperor energy. So this means in regards to work and finance, your responsibilities are going to be great. I was about to call you Aries, Taurus. This is the Aries card. Many of you are going to be in a management position and really climb the ladder. Many of you are going to own your own business. Just because we have this Aryan energy here, you're going to be really strong in your... Sorry, I can't get it out of there. But that probably means that the universe is like, draw 4. So next up we have Temperance. So, yeah, you've done this before, which is why you excel at it. However, you're still balancing, you're still learning, you're completing that mastery with the Temperance coming out, okay? Yeah, look at that. And then we have the Victory card, the Chariot. You, Taurus, the energies you have, you could go very far in your career. I see you guys climbing that ladder, owning businesses, being in management, just making money, lots of money, especially with abundance there. So let's look at your romantic and intimate energies. But with Chariot, you work hard for your achievement. Like, the achievements in your life, you work for them, you earn them. And again, you're picking up from past life to complete, to achieve this. So And if you hear that weird noise, that is my neighbor's heater upstairs. It's just getting all twacked out. We don't know what's up. Okay, so we have temperance again. So definitely, just like with career, you have this energy of the people you date, your romantic connections. You are working on energies from past life. And again, we're trying to get it just right. We're being very perfectionist. This is all on a spiritual level, okay? Balancing the energies to have the perfect romance, okay? And then we have the Death card, so there's going to be a great transition in your romantic life. And then we have this Magician. Yeah, so I think for you guys in the romantic department, you guys are probably going to go through quite a few relationships, you know, and it's just more in essence to perfect like your energy, because it's like when you enter the dating scene, you know, as a young person, who you are, it's like it's not working for you in love. Like you come to this realization that you keep having these challenges in romance because there's something that you need to change inside of you, and it could be any number of things. You know, most of the time it's all about us having value for ourselves and treasuring ourselves and not letting somebody walk all over us and treat us like crap. Like most of the time that is what we need to temper. But it's like you do that, and then with the Magician here, then you have wonderful romance, or romances, you know, just depending on how many come after you transition into this Magician energy. But it's like there comes a point, you get the energy right and you succeed. Same with career, you get the energy right, you succeed. So you have that playing out in career and in romance, which is really nice. So yeah, you will have some challenges, but you ultimately conquer. You temper yourself beautifully, perfectly, your energy. So let's look at the energies in regards to your spirituality or religious practices. So we have the Sun. That is great. I love that. Always a good energy, the Sun. Always, even reversed. And look at this, the Moon. So we have the Sun and the Moon. And then we have Strength. So, Taurus, I'm going to pull from a couple more decks, but for the most part, you only have one repetitive energy, Temperance, in career and in romantic partnerships. This here, you are going to be multifaceted in your belief system. Okay? And your faith and belief is going to be incredibly strong and unbreakable. So whatever your religious belief is, like, you live your life by that. Whatever your spiritual beliefs are, you live your life by that. Like, your beliefs when it comes to religion, spirituality, the non-physical realm, is very solid in you, and it is that way from when you're born to when you transition, because we have the Sun, the Moon, and then look at this star is jumping out at me, even though this is Strength. Okay, so Sun, Moon, and stars in your religious and spiritual sector. Yeah, you're gonna be multifaceted. Okay, you're gonna help restore people's faith and hope in humanity, in the divine. You're going to have definitely some empathic ability, if not psychic, strong intuition, very strong spirit, Taurus. Very strong. Knowing your past. Wow, that's honestly the best energy I've seen in doing these, looking at that sector. Like, it's just solid and strong. There's no change. It is what it is from start to finish. And, if you do change your spiritual practice or belief system, I don't see that in there. But if you do, it's like, bam, nope, okay, now I'm solid in this. I just feel like you don't budge. You don't budge in that area of your life. Like, that's pretty solid and fixed and set. We're not working on that area. It's not to say you're not spiritual or interested in, like, the esoteric. It's the energies that you're working with to grow yourself have to do mainly with romance so far. A little bit in the career area, but mostly over here in the romantic area. So now we're going to pull some cards to look at all the other relationships of your life that aren't romantic. Friends, family, co-workers, acquaintances. So you have Judgment, and this is now your second repetitive card, because that's what karma is. So again, it's just reiterating that your family connections, your friend connections, like, all quite karmic. You have worked with them before. We're still working on stuff this lifetime. Here's the moon. So you got the moon twice now. This actually keeps coming out. So this is saying that you will, again, have a very special connection with everybody that is close to you, that you let close to you. Those that you don't feel that soul connection to, you're not going to reveal your entire self to them. Okay? Only the people that you feel are your people are you going to fully reveal yourself to. And you're going to have, like, you're going to feel them very empathic connection with your close ties. Wow. We have Temperance again. So, Taurus, we have Temperance here, we have Temperance here, we have Temperance here, but not here. So I love that from the start of the reading till now, it's just reiterated that of you working on past life energy in the now, in career, in romance, and in your relationships in general, okay? Karma, karma, karma. Spirituality, religion, on point, solid, cannot be moved. Wow. So, let's pull from the Dreams of Gaia. This here is... Ooh. I'm all dropping them. These are not labeled as Judgment and Moon and Temperance, okay, in this deck, but this is more to see how the story of your life plays out anyways. You are definitely perfecting yourself and your career and with all relationships. Yeah, look at this. We have Wisdom, Thought. That's that Temperance. That's the alchemy right there. Child. And Abundance. Nice. Yeah, you have Abundance twice. Taurus, seriously, like, you guys are meant to have a nice materially comfortable life. If it doesn't start out early in life, it's because that's like the drive to push you hard to reach for it yourself, and you will achieve it. And I see, the moon there too. So there's a lot about your life experience that is behind the scenes that is about your spirit, the non-physical energy part of you. Okay, again, past life, big time, and you're balancing those energies. Okay, you're clearing any sort of negative karma that you might have carried in. It's like you're balancing all of that. It's really like I'm excited to see the final card I pull to see what your energy is as you transition, because it's just like career finance, score on point. Romantic partnerships, score on point. You get it, you win, you temper it, you become the alchemist of love and romance. Your career, money, finances, material goods, you temper it, you become the alchemist of that, okay? All the other relationships in your life, regardless of what you've been through with them, you learn how to temper those energies. You're the alchemist, you master it. Okay, you have quite a bit of mastery here, and again, you've been working on it. So this is like every soul that is close to you should definitely feel familiar. And, many of you, just because of what I'm seeing here, you are having like foresight, clairvoyance, prophetic dreams, like the universe reveals your path forward to you. Also with the child here, this is what I feel is like how you master these 3 sectors of your life, and you return to the inner child within because you have mastered. Okay, some of you, this is talking about a very significant child that will, come into your life, whether it's your own child, a child you adopt, a grandchild, it could be a niece, a nephew, a friend's child. For many of you, there will be a very significant child in your experience, and you're gonna feel this connection with the child, maybe even have flashbacks of past life. And yes, you are so connected. Like, this was your child. If it's not your child this lifetime, it's like was your child before. Very significant in your life this lifetime as well. And then abundance. So to me, this is like Taurus has money. Taurus has material comfort. It's your destiny. And also, most importantly, this is you mastering these sectors of your life. So I'm going to pull some vice versa tarot to see how you transition through these sectors of your life throughout your journey. There's something on each side, so I'm considering this the back side, and I am flipping them as I shuffle, but I'm not looking at them because it's just so weird to see images on 2 sides, but this is such a fantastic deck, so. Alright. Wow. So this is how you transition in your career arena. This here is saying, for a portion of your time, you may be answering, you may be taking orders, you were told this is how it goes. I feel like this is more coming in from the past life, because this is how you transition, and it's like you see beyond any facade. You are the master, like you know more than the one that was before you or the one who taught you, okay, and you almost want to push against the system. Some of you could actually, with this justice, you could be very political as a career choice, some of you, and it's like you will be so successful at that. Whatever it is, you push through every boundary, every obstacle, you overcome it, Taurus, and you get to the other side, and then you see that baby holding the key again. So here we have this child twice holding the key. You become anew. Like you see everything with new eyes. It's just, wow. Some of you, you might even complete your original career path and you change genre in your career at some point. That could definitely happen with that coming out that way. Look at what we have here, Taurus. We have Temperance again. Yeah, I'm going to say probably the most challenge for you guys is going to be in this romantic sector of your life, okay? But again, you will master it. You have Temperance times 2, so that's 4 times. In fact, that's the most any major arcana has shown itself in one reading so far, okay? So, yeah, you're really learning the balance of life in yourself, what you need to do to achieve your dreams, to achieve your goals, to make things work, to understand. And here, man, I hate to say that, Taurus, but it's like your romantic relationships, that's your biggest challenge. That's where your soul is focused, like that will grow you the most, even though you have this past life energy coming in. Biggest challenge exists there. So, wow, this is how we're transitioning spiritually. So we have 2 magicians now in your reading. 2 judgments, 2 magicians, 4 temperance. This here is, like I said, you are just solid here. I feel many of you are more spiritual than religious. I'm just gonna say that, like, you're more spiritual than religious with that card, and you won't be moved. As above, so below. Like, that is what you are learning. Like, your spirit is so strong, and it just is what guides you in every, sector of your life here. As above, so below. And, you're just solid. You can't be shaken there. We're not working on that, but it's weird. It's not to say that you're not, but it's like this is what's driving everything else, if that makes sense. Okay, and so for all of our other relationships, we have the Fool. This is how you transition through the energy. And what this says is, maybe for a large portion of your life, it will be all about putting on the show, putting up the front for everybody, like I said, not exposing yourself entirely. So when you're hurting, when you're sad, when you're mad, you might keep a lot of that to yourself to avoid conflict and things like that. And that might be what challenges you about your relationships, is I just kind of feel you're a bit self-sacrificing to your relationships, and that's what needs to be tempered. Now, this is general, so some of you could just be really selfish, and you come to realize at some point in life you're just not that great of a friend, and that's how you temper the energy. But I feel like for most of you, just because you're a Taurus, it's more about the self-sacrificing and always appearing to be strong, the bull you are, not letting anybody see how you're like in 5 bazillion pieces inside. There comes a point where you realize, you cannot function that way, and you decide to take a risk, and you're like, you know what, this is me, I'm leaving everything behind. Some of you might even at some point decide to leave like your high-paying career behind to live a much simpler life. It's just something along those lines where you're finally like, I have no interest in any facade. This is me as I am. Take it or leave it, or I got nothing for you. And that's that. So, you know, that's a good energy. It's like, hey, I got my own back and you're not going to screw me over. So, Taurus, let's see. This is the magic moment. What is the energy that you transition out of this life with? Wow. Yeah, look at that. This to me is like you have mastered yourself on every level. Remember, I said returning to that inner child energy, which is not being a child at all, but it's an energy of such purity and innocence that's why it's referred to as a child. And so, card one. Do you see that? You actually achieve this while you're alive and live the experience of it so strongly that it goes with you when you leave. Like, this is who you are. This is your energy. This is where you're vibrating. Okay? It could be said, because this is card one. This is card one. You have the Magician times 4. So you are magic as heck. Okay? We already discussed that you could manifest anything. You could literally turn lead into gold. Taurus, okay, you are meant to have a very, very abundant life. You can achieve that for yourself. You will have to work for it, but it's like you will just freaking master it. Like, you're gonna kill it. I almost want to be like, damn, show off? Like, who are you trying to show up? Because you're just gonna kill it this life. Like, and you achieve what you have been working on, I feel, for several lifetimes. This indigo energy coming out so strong. Also, I'm just going to put it out there, some of you are definitely going to have an indigo child, or this child that you're really attached to or bonded to, have that connection, indigo. So, Taurus, you guys have, like, the best reading, I think, out of everybody. I know we have challenge here, but it's like, career-wise, you will get there someday. I mean, some of you, it's early on. Some of you, it will take longer. Some of you will switch your career mid-career. But no matter what, you're going to kill it. You're going to own it. You're going to achieve it. You're going to master it. Romance, a bit difficult, but again, you will achieve it. Okay, we got Temperance times 2 there, so you will get there, Taurus. You will make it happen. And when you do, again, it's like finally you have this beautiful union. Here, we're already on point, and we continue to be on point. Here's that Magician energy. Everything at your fingertips you need to make this a happy, successful, abundant life. Like, you're the shit, man. And then here, where you finally decide, either you love me for who I am, not for what I have or for what you think I am, but for who I am inside my heart. And if you don't, then see you later. Like, you're just not gonna care. Like, you just master your whole life. Like, damn, Taurus, you got this. No matter how hard it is, you got this. Your soul is so wise. Okay, so that is your life journey. I hope that you've enjoyed this reading and that it has offered you guidance.